Well,
Julie,
it's over.
It's over.
I'm really sad it's over.
We have been blessed this season.
I will actually say, for one, all the way through, I'm very sad this season is over. I watched it from beginning to end and did not, in not one point did I say, I'm turning this off. I'm turning it off.
Right.
I can't watch no more. I'm done. I've done that to pretty much every season at some point. And like, I can't watch this anymore. It's too boring. It's too this. It's too that. This season, I didn't do that. I was like, I'm watching it the whole way through. I'm sad. And I was sad.
This is true.
Oh, go ahead.
This is truly like the Avatar: The Last Airbender of Big Brother, where like by the time it's over, you're like, oh, it's over. But like, what a season though. What a show though. Like, oh,
what a ride.
She ate.
What a ride.
Well, hello, house guests, and welcome to The Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay, and I'm drinking Coke Zero. I didn't say it this time, Lana, okay?
That's fine, Logan. I didn't say anything. I didn't even say anything.
Oh, darling, your face said everything you needed to say.
I didn't respond with my words.
You didn't need to.
I know. That's why I was trying to just keep it going. But hello, everyone. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Don't have anything to drink because I ran in the door and came and got right on this computer, so didn't grab anything to drink. But what I do have is my cup mug.
Cup mug.
Well, Julie,
I can't even have a party for the. You know what? Screw it. Half a pan full of cup mugs. Most a pan full of cup mugs. Most a can full of cup mugs.
I own one.
The BB finale edition. Period. And I want to celebrate because we had such a great show. So celebration. And you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Well, unless your country is on fire, under fire, or underwater, then there are some excuses. And if that is the case, our thoughts and our prayers are with you. We hope everything works out, that you and yours will be safe throughout this time. And once everything is back to normal and everybody is safe and you're ready to celebrate with some cup merch. Period. Thank you.
All of that. And hello, house guests. It is Brooke, your reigning and defending queen of the cup ringside here, gracing TV with my presence one last time this season to talk about Big Brother 26. It has been a lovely season to share with all of my fellow panelists. That's hard to say. Fellow panelists. And I have been, I believe our TV screens have been blessed this year. Speaking of blessings, I am drinking water because hydration is very important. And this is truly the season of full circle completion. Dear Lord, what a beautiful time.
Period.
Well, hello guys. It's your favorite black queer content creator, KaMorian, aka the Sparkling Alien. And I hear my little buddy right here say hi. Is he so cute? Yeah, what an amazing season it has been. I think the best modern season since I think of the 2020s of Big Brother for me. Definitely from beginning to end. I was hooked from the first week of the live feeds to the end. I've been blessed with just the cast. And what an amazing cast. The amount of gameplay, the amount of twists, unexpected turns. Let me tell you, we were very unclear every single week who was going home, who was going to win the AI arena, all the twists, the backstabbing, the blind sides, what purposes. And you know what? In honor of janky return, I did have some kind of candy soda from Fango. And
can we talk about the most important part of this episode? Janky is alive.
Janky, let's party.
No, and that is the last time we are ever going to sing the Janky song.
Let's be friends.
But like, if I was gonna have to have one of the AIs be living at the end of the season, they picked the right one.
Janky.
Right one.
Oh,
Janky.
correct. Absolutely.
Correct.
JANKIE.
Janky,
Janky,
you love me.
me.
Period.
Cause I would say janky. I'm like janky. Got on my nerves the whole week. But you know what? Ainsley killing you was wrong. That was wrong. She did you dirty. So I'm back. I'm back.
That was awful. That was traumatizing. I will say
that was one of the most graphic things that I think that has ever happened on Big Brother. What do you mean?
Probably.
I was like, oh my god.
Like
Along
Willie
with
headbutting
Brittany
Chef
sliding off the
Joe,
sausage.
Willie headbutting Chef Joe,
Not
Brittany
the
sliding
sausage.
off the slippery wiener, and the
Janky's
execution of
brutal
Janky.
death.
Yeah,
Yes.
all
But
of that. All of that.
Can we talk about the most important part of this episode?
Chelsie won. Period.
Chelsea.
Not only did she win, she is the
won.
first unanimous female winner
Period.
in the entire history of the show.
Period.
She is the first
Period.
winner of a all-female final two since Big Brother 13, regardless of what these house guests seem to think.
I don't know
Right.
what you're talking about. No, this was the first, Brooke. This was the first
Version.
time.
You know, Rabina, girl, just watch more seasons. That's all I have
Watch
to
more
say.
seasons.
Just
That's
watch
all.
more seasons.
She was a recruit. We will forgive her.
Right.
I mean,
True.
Right.
we love you. You were lovely this season. You were lovely
We
this season.
love
Yeah.
Rubina.
Lovely guy.
Love
Yeah.
Rubina.
Lovely.
And
Also-
also, yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was like also our third black winner and our second black female winner. I mean, just in the span of 4 seasons, we had 3 black people who have won
Four.
this show.
And
Four people of color.
seasons
4
in a
people of
row
color.
a
4 people
person
of color, but 3 black people
Four
in
people.
general.
I know, but four
Well,
people,
4
of
people
color
of color.
in a row because
Row.
of a diversity
Mhm,
that they.
agreed.
If you just here's the thing, and CBS, y'all finally getting it. If you
Mhm.
give people of color a chance,
Exactly.
if you put us on equal playing fields,
Mhm.
we could show out and we could do some things, baby.
Am I
Period.
right in saying that adding in Survivor into this, we have only had 2 white winners across Survivor and Big Brother since the diversity initiative started? I could be wrong, but I think it's only. I think it's just. I think it's
I
just
think you
Horrible
might
Man.
be right.
Gabler, right?
Gabler
So,
and
Kenzie, right?
Kenzie, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm just saying
Amazing Race.
the results don't lie. That's all I have to say about
But
that.
see, Amazing Race, they've always been very diverse.
I was
Mhm.
trying to figure out. Well, yes, but since the diversity, I was mostly just curious how many. One.
I think 2.
I think
Well,
it's been
Claire-
mostly white.
I think
Claire.
most of them on Amazing Race have been white. Yeah.
Claire.
Yeah.
Claire. Oh no,
Derek.
the gay one.
Oh, Will and
James.
No, the other gay one.
The other gay one. Oh, the one who
I'm
just
so happy
won.
that now I can say the other
The
gay
other
one.
gay one. The one who
Period.
just won with
ones that
with
just won.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Caesar and
Ricky.
Ricky.
That's what it is. Yeah, Ricky,
and Caesar.
Claire.
Regardless, the Amazing Race has never been an issue.
No,
so
not-
there's-
not
No,
as
but
far
I'm
as
shouting them
putting-
out because they're just as important and fuck the summit. Sorry, go ahead.
Ooh,
Thank you.
don't say
Um,
that.
Not
Oh
fuck
my
those.
God.
Okay.
Ooh.
But,
Yeah, my
They're the
God.
reason that Amazing Race isn't airing right now.
Everybody needs to have their time and a moment to try some things.
Hey,
If
would
we
you
live
rather
through
ha-
tough as nails, we can get through the summit. Okay.
Would you
It's
rather
just-
think
Even
I
the
watched
camp
it?
thing
Such
last year.
nails.
Even the camp thing last year. The camp thingy, whatever
right.
it's called.
The camp
Anyway.
Wakamataka,
Buddy
whatever they said.
You think I
but-
watched those?
I didn't watch any of that.
But the other thing I want to bring up too is I think she's probably one of the most dominant winners we have had
Definitely
in Big
agree.
Brother.
Yeah.
Maybe since Derek. Like
I was gonna say since Derek.
and the crazy thing too is whoever wins a season that ends in a 6, dominant winner. It is now officially a trend.
Oh
You
yeah.
got Maggie, Derek, Chelsie, like that's a pretty good list of people
I'm
right there.
shooting for Big Brother 36. Thank you.
All I'm saying is to those who don't want to give my girl Chelsie her props and put her on the top tier winners list,
Yeah.
like y'all have put Derek and Dan and Will and all these other men. If y'all don't want to give her props because of how she played this game, My girl got on the block once and she was blindsided and ain't hit the block again until
Final three.
Tonight.
never.
Final three.
Until it was time
Tonight.
to win.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I
So
mean,
if you don't want to give her prop, that you need to look at yourself and think about why you don't want to give her props, because it's not because of her gameplay, because she was a dominant player and she earned a 7-0 vote.
Mm.
You can't overlook that. You can't go back and be like, oh, but I mean, well, she made mistakes.
I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter.
I'm about to say, who in Big Brother ain't make mistakes?
Right.
True.
Name a Big Brother winner that played an absolutely perfect game without saying something wrong, bad, or that could be misconstrued.
Even Derek had to say, I shouldn't have played with Chikara like that.
Yeah.
Jocasta?
Like every
At the end,
Jocasta.
yeah.
I'm thinking of two people mixed into one. Jocasta.
I understand,
mixed
and I
in.
know which two people you are confusing. But
Jocasta, like he shouldn't have been doing all that stuff and messing with her and her faith. Like even he had to admit that. So I'm
I've
like,
been-
Well, and I
I've been
mean,
giving for so long, and now we're ready to receive.
Right.
to receive.
You see?
Shout out to
period.
Jocasta.
That was a
Shout outs to
moment.
Jocasta. But
Shout
like,
out.
I don't know how you could even remotely attempt to invalidate this win and where she belongs in that list of winners. I think this is the most dominant female win we have ever had in the history of the show.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I know
100%.
maybe that's a little bit of recency bias, but honestly, the only
No.
person that even comes close to me is Maggie. And like,
I agree.
like when you look at it, and I mean June to a degree, but like even then, right? June didn't
Yeah,
really.
that she's the only other. Yeah, I was gonna say she's the only other person that I was like, I would put Maggie up there, and I would put June up there, and
Yeah,
honestly, I don't think I would put any of the other female winners up there.
and
Because here's I think a lot of the reason why. For the good portion of those middle seasons of Big Brother, it really felt like there was a formula to the gameplay, and women were not allowed to play these very dominant games without repercussion. Honestly, is what it is. And Black women especially, and that's why we saw so many Black women in the teens of Big Brother seasons either go out early, get targeted constantly. We saw it time and time again, and especially because they were often one of a few, or if not the only person of color on these casts. And it's like to see a Black woman play such a dominant game socially, strategically, and what was the other word she kept using? Skillfully. Socially, strategically, and skillfully is a testament to how much Big Brother has grown. And this season alone has seen so much growth. Like one of the best twists we have ever seen on Big Brother, coupled with one of the worst twists we've ever seen on Big Brother, coupled with blindside after blindside. Literally, like you were saying earlier, KaMorian, we did not know. Going into a Thursday episode, 9 times out of 10, we had no clue who was going to go home. We had a good idea, but we had no idea who was going to go home, except for Kenny.
Well, I mean,
literally,
even
except
then,
for Kenny.
there was a world where Kenny wins that AI arena.
That AI arena, absolutely.
And Tucker goes home. And like when we look at it this season, right? And I mean, call Janky World whatever you want. Like, obviously, maybe it wasn't the best, most well thought out thing ever, but like, I don't think there was
it's because they had to exterminate the house.
Is that T?
Yeah.
Yes, because they literally brought in an exterminator that week, because when everyone came back in the house from Janky World, they were like, oh my god, everything is like so put together again. Oh my god, there's no ants in the house now.
Iconic.
They literally, like, I will not, until I hear from a CBS producer otherwise, I will not believe that Janky World was not a direct result of them needing to fumigate the Big Brother house.
Okay, would not shock me, but I mean, even then, right?
And I love it. And I love it. I love that that's like lore now. Like, I love that that's part of the Big Brother lore.
Janky World may not have been like the best twist ever, but I don't think it was actively bad, right? And if that's the worst twist that happened this season, I think the AI arena might be one of the best twists we have ever had, period. I think the way this season played out, I don't think there was anybody that was ever in a spot where I was like, ugh, you got screwed by production here, right? I think everybody, for the most part, got a fair hand in this game. And, I mean, if your ally is going to be dumb and put you on the block and you get blindsided because you're a pawn, that's your ally not being a good ally. That's not the game, right? I love Cedric. Don't get me wrong. I love Cedric. But, like, you don't volunteer to go on the block, dum-dum. I'm sorry. But, like,
No valid.
So, like, I think everybody got a fair hand in this game. This is the first time in a while that I've watched a season of Big Brother and didn't feel like somebody got screwed. This is the first time I've watched a season of Big Brother in ages where I think all of the comps, other than maybe the wall comp, and it's the wall comp, so I don't care, were equitable and fair and had the opportunity for anybody to win them. Can you imagine these comps being on Big Brother 25 and how much that would have changed that season? I can't. Right? Because imagine a world where Sari or Felicia have the opportunity to win one of those comps at the final 5 or the final 4.
Right.
Could have changed the entire season.
And one thing, and hold on, y'all. I want to get back a little bit because everybody be calling Cedric dumb for volunteering to get on the block. We ain't called Tucker the same dumb because he volunteered the next week to get on the block and he got his butt sent home. So I'm like, yes, if Cedric is dumb, Tucker is just as dumb.
Correct.
Because you do not volunteer yourself to be a pawn on anybody's HOH, especially not your allies. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
When you stick your hand over the candle that many times like Tucker did, eventually you're going to get burned.
You're going to get burned.
Yeah. No, Tucker, equally dumb for doing that. I want to make my position known. And also, Quinn and T-Core are dumb-dumbs for putting them on the block to begin with, but besides the point. I think everybody did it was such a good season. Such a good season.
You put me on there. You put me on tell me. You can put me on the block, ally or not. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because that's just making it very easy for me not to have to think about somebody else to put on that block. I'm sorry, you decided that, not me. You decided that. So, whatever.
I also want to point out that she has now matched the HOH record for a single season with 4. She didn't beat it, unfortunately, by one fucking question, but I think she threw it. And I think she threw it. And she is the first woman to play a perfect game. A unanimous win with not a single eviction vote cast against her. That is incredibly impressive.
Am I wrong in saying that's only the 3rd perfect game in the history of the show?
I believe you are correct because I think the only other perfect games were Dan and Derek.
Dan had eviction
Maggie and Derek.
I'm about to say Dan had eviction votes against him.
Yeah. I know Derek played a perfect game. I know Kevin Martin played a perfect game on Big Brother Canada 5.
Yeah.
Here's my thing though, and if that is the case, you cannot deny how much of a talent. Oh wait, what?
So amongst North American Big Brother seasons, excluding Celebrity Big Brother Quebec season 1, who also apparently got a perfect game. Chelsie is the 5th person in North American Big Brother and the 3rd person in US Big Brother history and the first woman, period,
to
play a perfect game.
Who are the other people that have done it? Just curious.
The other 4 people are Dan, Kevin Martin, Dane, and Cody.
Cody in All Stars?
Cody on All Stars had a perfect game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I remember someone saying
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're right.
He wasn't
Without
nommed at
a
all.
vote against him. And Chelsie
here's
is the
the
first
thing.
woman. Chelsea's also the first Black person to do it.
Cody is always somebody who every time they talk about his win, I kind of look at it with an asterisk. And I'm kind of because I feel like the pregame of it all just made it good. But that's just me. But he did it. Whatever. You can't look at this and not put her in the top tier winners. Like, you can't do it. If you do, it's just your own bias and it's your own prejudice that you have
Mm-hmm.
against this woman, because she did what needed to be done.
Yeah. Personally, I was want to say, like, really, let's really go back to week one. She came into this house already from the jump. Week one was downgraded, had
Hmm.
no power. She was a freaking chimp in week one, literally. And then guess what? The next week, once she got off a downgrade, she came and went HOH. You see how quick her game has upgraded in a span of a week. That shows how good of a player she is. Plus, like 3 weeks later, her whole alliance, the Pentagon, shambles, but she literally somehow comes from those shambles and puts herself in a really a good spot in the game going forward. That's impressive. I had never seen someone who always hits rock bottom go back so strong like that, perfectly like Chelsie did. Like, impressed. I'm sorry, like it's gonna be hard
Mhm.
to top what she has done for its amazing gameplay. It's gonna be hard to top her. I'm sorry.
Well, and I mean, even when it comes to the Pentagon falling apart, which I would say is probably the biggest knock to her game if you could think of one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That had nothing to do with her. That was
Right.
Quinn loose lips sink ships, right? And that was Cedric, Quinn and Cedric's fault. So would you really look at everything that she did in response to that was just pure, like amazing damage control.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Mhm.
way to just, yeah, I was in this alliance, but I'm gonna just lightly breeze past. Let Brooklyn sink her own ship. Let Brooklyn take the fall for all of this. As much as I love Brooklyn, Brooklyn's gonna be the fall girl here. She's gonna go home. I'm gonna keep Cam. I'm gonna pull in Makenzie, and then the three of us are gonna regroup, reform, and stabilize. And we're just gonna run the back half of the game,
And they
which
did
they
that.
did.
They
And like,
did that.
I don't see how you cannot think of her as a top 5 winner of this show minimum.
Period.
Minimum.
Say
Because,
that, Brooke.
well, I mean, let's call a spade, okay? What did she do unsuccessfully? Quickly.
Quickly.
Tied the HOH record, right? Tied the HOH record, won an AI arena, unanimous winner at the end, never had an eviction vote cast against her, was never anyone's primary target. At best, she was a secondary target the week Brooklyn went home, in case Brooklyn won the AI arena. And even then, I still think she stays over Cam, right? You just go down the list. Where in this season was she ever in danger, ever in jeopardy? And the answer is she wasn't.
She wasn't.
And like the ability to think 10 steps ahead too. She took out Quinn not only to weaken Leah, but also to gain favor with the trio, and it worked. Like how do you what? She's the best winner of the show. I'm sorry, she is the best winner of the show. I can't not.
Wait, and then to keep adding on top of what you just said, she used other people's HOH like it was her very own. She made Makenzie turn on her best friend in the house, her number one ally, who would never cut Makenzie. Never cut her. Leah would have never cut Makenzie. But she had Leah on the block on Makenzie's HOH and out the door, and then turned right around and did it again. Every time Makenzie was HOH, Chelsie ran that HOH. When Chelsie was HOH, Chelsie ran her own HOH. Couldn't nobody else run her. It was spectacular to watch. It was just an spectacular game from beginning to end. Even when she thought she was down in the first week, that shifted so fast. And then after the Pentagon blow up, she positioned herself so well that people were just not coming for her anymore. They just weren't. And they would listen to what she had to say. She got Leah to not, like, Leah didn't put her on the block when she should have, because she wanted to gain favor with Leah after Chelsie just gained favor with the trio. So Leah could go after the trio. It's wild to me.
And I just, in her final speech, she referred to herself as a diamond, right? And in that speech, she calls herself a diamond. She says it's beautiful from all sides. I think that's true. But I think the really important part is it's not only beautiful from all sides. The diamond is a rare earth mineral, okay?
Mm.
It is not easy to find, okay? And a lot of the times when you find it, you have to sift through the mess and the chaos and all of this hectic stuff to find this perfect diamond in this sea full of coal, right? I think in a season full of messy, dramatic, over-the-top gameplay, focused on flashiness and boldness and all of this craziness, the person who won was the person who was able to sift through all of that mess, stay behind all of that flash in the pan substance that got people targeted and got people out, and was able to make tiny, subtle moves to control the game in her favor, and it got her to the end and won. She is the diamond of Big Brother, and I think the diamond is also the crown jewel.
You better, Brooke, you just preached a whole sermon on this Sunday. Thank you. That could preach in any church, in any place, in any time, any place.
I didn't need to go to church. I didn't need to go to church today. Brooke took care of it.
Brooke just took care of it because, baby, that was it. She is truly the diamond in all of the mess, and the diamond. She is the crown jewel of the season, and she is, I think, one of the best players in Big Brother. Like, she played one of the best games I've ever seen in Big Brother.
And I definitely agree, and I'm so happy that Chelsie won. I'm not going to knock Makenzie whatsoever as the runner-up, because Makenzie played the best possible game that she could, and I am really happy that Makenzie did win the final HOH, took Chelsie with her. I am happy that she is going to be rewarded for one of the scrappiest games of Big Brother we have seen in a very long time.
Agreed.
Fighting her way from constantly being on the block to being in power over half of the jury. Like, it is very impressive. For her to lose unanimously is a testament to Chelsea's game. But in several other scenarios, Makenzie wins unanimously.
Well, and I mean, the important thing to look at is they mentioned it tonight that Makenzie had been on the block 4 times, okay? One of those times is at the Final Four, okay? Yep. I don't know if we really count that, but let's say we do, okay? The other 3 times were all before the jury.
Yep.
She really just said, I'm repositioning myself, I'm changing where I'm at, and she did it in a really great way. I honestly think this is one of those situations where we're looking at a really good game of Big Brother that just didn't have the chops to compete with one of the greatest of all time. That's just how I feel. I think Makenzie did play a very good game. I don't want to say a great game. I think it was a solid B+ performance,
Absolutely.
an A-tier runner-up performance.
I would say B+. Yeah.
But Chelsie might be the best player in the history of this show. And I mean, I don't say that lightly. We've got 25 real seasons of material to work with here. But she's in that top 10, top 15 conversation minimum, and I think
100%.
she's in that winner conversation too.
For me.
I think she's top 5.
I'm just saying there's a conversation to be had. But
Absolutely.
You cannot deny that she deserves to be in that conversation.
Absolutely.
And I think we all agree.
Yes, Makenzie is the epitome of started from the bottom, now we're here.
100%.
True.
She started very much where people were like, we want her out. And they were gunning for her. They literally were gunning. She was targets. It was not one of those moments like Chelsie. Chelsie was never actually the initial target. Makenzie was people's initial targets, and she had to fight her way and win AI arena after AI arena, win veto after veto to make sure she stayed in this game. But once she got into that position with Chelsie and with Cam, they literally took this game in their hands and they twisted it and ran it. Cam, we could talk about how Cam ain't win nothing but that one veto and he didn't do much. Cam socially played a really good game in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Cam made all those people, everybody in that jury was like, we all love Cam. Nobody wanted to go after Cam. We don't even think Cam was a threat. Cam made everybody believe that he was no threat to you, but he was so likable and we like him. So we'll keep him. And so he had his part in that trio. Chelsie was a mastermind. She, like you said, Brooke, she played 10 steps ahead of a lot of them. A lot of them. And Makenzie was the brute. Like she was go scrap, she was go fight, she was go claw, and she won stuff. She made sure that trio was always safe. So I feel like that three, once they got together, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. And they ate this game up all the way to that final three. And I was like, if you look at it, that's the final three that deserve to be there because they took that game, that second half of this game, and just they just it was phenomenal to watch.
I also want to. We haven't really talked about it yet, but we like. I really think that everybody this season, right? Even Kenny. I'm gonna even say Kenny, right? I know you won't want to hear this, but I do believe this honestly. I think everybody this season brought something to this show.
Oh, absolutely.
And so often on Big Brother, we get people that are here just to get their 15 minutes. And it's so often on Big Brother that we see these people that are coming in here that aren't here to play the game, that aren't here for some reason, right? I mean, everybody's going to Big Brother for different reasons. You know, like Makenzie said it tonight. She was here for the experience, right? But at the end of the day, even if you're here for the experience, you're at least bringing something to the show, right? And I can honestly say that every single person on this cast made this show feel special this year. And I honestly don't think we can say that up until like maybe like Big Brother 18 might be the last time I feel like we can say that. And even then, that wasn't even that great of a season. I just like that cast a lot. But I mean,
valid.
Yeah. So like, I think okay, Glenn. But like, other than that, like,
don't knock. He was there for half a minute.
Exactly.
He tried.
He tried.
He
At least had a
tried.
few yelly confessionals. I'll give Glenn that.
Well, yes,
but like,
I also want to. I do want to point out something else that's very, very interesting. And with Chelsie winning this game, it does mean that the winner of the BB26 draft is Lana.
Of course. Period.
And Lana, do you know what draft pick number Chelsie was for you?
Probably like 3.
7.
Wow.
Because I was going
7-0.
But Chelsie was also my preseason winner pick.
I was going to say that as well. This is I believe the first time for Big Brother, at least, that one of us here on the Cup has accurately predicted the winner from the start of the season.
No, it's so crazy. I forgot. I actually won last year. That I won a job last year with Jack. I forgot. I had Jack last year. I forgot I won last year. I was like, wait a minute. Wait, I was like, did I have Jack last year in my top 3? I forgot.
Well, congrats, KaMorian.
I did not.
Very delayed. Congrats.
No, I had to. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I have Jack last year? So I was like, I was like, well,
baby, I don't even remember that. But
yeah,
the other winner of the evening, America's favorite, our top 3 being Quinn, Tucker, and Angela.
I suspected that.
I was not surprised.
Not surprised, not disappointed. Mad T-Court's not there.
I was surprised that Quinn was there. I thought it would be.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Not surprised. Like, oh my god, surprised, but kind of like, oh, okay,
yeah,
I see you. Like that kind of stuff.
But our America's favorite house guest was not Angela. It was indeed Tucker. And you know what? Very okay with that.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
Yeah, to me, Tucker. Oh, go ahead. Wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, for me, I think for me, you gotta be real. Like at least the first half of this season, Tucker to me, I think would definitely kind of like made this is like, oh my god, what is going on? Like, what's gonna happen now? Like, he was one of the main ones. Like, when Tucker started playing this game hard, like the stakes of this season went higher. Like, first to me, it was like Tucker winning that arena. Then it was him putting a veto on Angela, like he was crazy, and just going insane. It's like insane. Like, I mean, it deserved. He was entertaining.
Tucker.
Go ahead.
Tucker was somebody who I kind of knew was going to be that person. I knew he was. I said it was going to be him or Angela. I was like, because Angela, people just seem to love her for whatever reason was, and Tucker, he just really owned the whole first half of this game. Like everybody, everything that Tucker did, people loved, and it was like, oh my god, what wild and crazy thing is Tucker going to do this week or today or tomorrow? He was just a huge force of nature in the beginning half of this game. I love the fact that Tucker is the first person who is not a jury member, who is not a
Yep.
finalist to get to win
Yep.
this America's Favorite House Guest, because I feel like a lot of people do recency bias when they vote for America's Favorite House Guest. It's like, oh, well, I saw them more than I've seen this person. But the fact of the matter is that um the effect that Tucker had
Mhm.
on the game, undeniable. Undeniable.
Absolutely 100% undeniable.
Um, for me, I did vote for Angela. I'm not
Of
gonna
course you
lie.
did.
I know I said it on Thursday.
Well,
I
that's what I
said it
said.
on
Of course you
Thursday.
did. We know
Yeah.
that.
But I'm not mad that Tucker won. I looked at my roommate before it happened. I was like, yeah, Tucker's probably winning. I saw a lot of the polls online, and even the places where Angela was leading, it was pretty close, and that was like Twitter even. Uh, and we know Facebook was riding very hard for Tucker for this, so I'm not mad that Tucker won. I really do think that Tucker and Angela are the people that um really made the beginning of this season so special. With these big moments. And again, I'm not saying their games were immaculate or anything, but they were such entertaining presences on the show this season to some degree, to some respect. And I think even if you love them, hate them, love to hate them, I think they are the two people that a lot of people are going to come back to the season for. Like the casual viewers are going to come back to the season for and be like, oh, these are the people that made the season so entertaining from start to finish. And I really think the people that are going to see the real thing about this season was what Chelsie did. So I think the three of them are like a really good representation as to what this season is, because not only was it good gameplay, it was also entertaining. And I think that's what made 26 so special.
Yeah.
Yeah. All in all, I have to just say that this season was so good. We don't really have to go into detail about every little thing that we talked that was on the show. Y'all watch the show. If you haven't, I don't know why you're watching us. But the way it played out, it was intriguing all the way through. I didn't expect Chelsie to win that endurance comp. I was like, oh, okay. Um, I Makenzie just ate Cam up in that second HOH, which was weirdly easy, but not for some people. I don't know. And then that third HOH, typical HOH with the questions and the jury questions and all of that stuff. I thought it was a good night as far as a finale night. I
Mm-hmm.
thought both of the final two did what they needed to do. I mean, in the best way that they could do. It's just that one just happened to outshine the other. Like you said, Brooke, Mackenzie's game was good, but she was sitting next to someone whose game was superb. And so when you sit someone who's good in any other season, that probably would have been good enough to win. But when
Yeah.
you're sitting next to someone who's superb, your good is just good. And that superb is just superior, period.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
what this was. And I think this night just showed that you have it's not easy to win Big Brother. And playing a perfect game is never easy. You could talk to anybody who's gotten that who's done it. It's only 4 of them in US Big Brother. It's only 4 of them. So it out of 26 seasons, 4 people have been able to play a perfect game. And Chelsie was able to do something that most women couldn't do. And that's actually play a game that a man does play and get the props that the right and the props that she deserved from it. Because usually women who play like that, she's being aggressive, she's being a bitch, she's being this, she's doing that. We can't. She's she's lying, she's manipulative, and she got to go out there and play this game in the strongest way possible. Get minimal amount of blood on her hands and get rewarded for it. I just
Hmm.
props to her. Props to her. Period.
Yeah,
Props to her. Period.
I want to say to all my future BB27, I just say definitely go watch this season again. Not just over, go
Period.
watch it from beginning to end, and definitely think about how you're gonna talk when pretty much what Chelsea has done, or pretty much what this whole season has to offer. Let me tell you, because
Study
we
this
think
season. Period.
to me, I think now that for me, I think definitely add this season and like a thing they need to watch before like they go like actually go like actually like go actually in the house for next year. Like put it like when they're in the hotel room, make them watch this season. Cause I think for me, to me, I think particularly this season for me has changed the way the game of Big Brother's gonna go forward. Definitely after this season, definitely with the definitely.
And shout out to production for the first time. I'm gonna give y'all props
Hmm.
because y'all
Hmm.
did a doggone thing with this season. The
Mhm.
equitable comps, the
Yeah.
amazing theme, and y'all stuck to the theme the entire way through. Because we've
Yeah.
seen Big Brother do some themes, and it start off and then it go halfway through. We like, what happened to the
Who's
theme?
ready for a takeover?
What
Three
happened to
weeks
the
that twist made
theme?
it. 3 weeks.
Right. It's like, what happened to the theme? It is no longer a part of the show, but y'all
Hmm.
have incorporated throughout the entire season, and
Hmm.
it was well played. Julie was into this
Julie was
season.
Julie again.
She was Julieing this season. She was engaged, and I love that. I hope they can figure out a way to take some of the things that they learned from this season into the next season. I
Mhm.
would love another AI arena style type deal because
Hmm.
I like the whole not knowing what could happen on elimination night and somebody unsuspecting winning this arena and coming back, and now we have to change up our whole game plan. I
And
love
Hmm.
that.
and all of
Yeah.
these comps in the AI arena, the reason this twist worked was not because that it existed, it was because it was executed properly, right?
Right.
All of these competitions were fair. Anybody could have won it in any given week. There was nobody that had a clear advantage in any comp, really, outside of maybe arguably the last one that Rubina won. And even then, I don't think it was that big of an advantage, right?
Right.
Um, I really think this is one of the first times in a long time that production nailed this season from top to bottom.
Yep.
So,
Hmm.
Grodner,
Absolutely.
Grodner, I'm gonna give you your props here,
We'll give you your
Grodner.
flowers this time,
We'll
girl.
give you the
Hmm.
flowers, Allison. We don't do it
Yep.
often here. We're gonna give Allison
Exactly.
her flowers. She did her thing.
Yep. But
Something.
but we got to wrap it up though. We got to wrap it up because
Okay.
honestly, Logan got to go, and other people got to go. So we go wrap this thing up. And I know
Hmm.
y'all probably like, well, why y'all here? Other people got to go because that's what we do. We promise to be here.
Hmm.
We're here. But we are gonna wrap it up because we gotta skadoodle. But we want to say thank you all so much for joining us this entire journey of Big Brother 26. It has been a pleasure. It has been so much fun to watch. This cast has been amazing. Production, y'all did y'all big one with this one. Julie was Julian. We had a blast here at the Cup. We will be back, of course, next season when next summer when Big Brother 27 happens. Hopefully, we'll get the same kind of energy coming back and forth with this. But don't leave the Cup TV too soon because we have other things that you can watch all season with us. Dancing with the Stars, Survivor, The Anonymous, all types of stuff going on this channel.
House of
So stick
Villains.
a House of Villains, absolutely. So join us on this channel. Follow us here. Follow us on all of our other channels. We have the Cup Network happening. So if you're a fan of Drag Race, the Cup Pod. If you're a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, that's about to ramp back up. The Cup ESC. And if you're a fan of wrestling, WWE, the Cup Ringside, jump on there, do all those things. Follow, subscribe, like, share. Follow our audio podcast links. All the links will be in the description below. Our audio podcast links, our Patreon, our socials at the Cup Pod, and get your cup merch. Period. So, on that note, house guests, we will see you next season. And remember, love only yourself, no one else, just yourself. Cheers, house guests. Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night,
house
house
Yes.
guest.
guests.
Yes.